Chapter 17. In the blistering heat of the desert, a helicopter thudded down onto a dusty mountain peak, its blades whipping up a frenzy of sand. Hogan and Tapper disembarked. Tapper, a pompous reporter with blonde, slicked-back hair and an air of self-importance, held a pair of binoculars in one hand and a two-way radio in the other. He motioned to his large team of reporters to follow the soldiers arriving in various vehicles. Tapper adjusted his binoculars with exaggerated care, peering through them with an air of superiority. "Why aren't they being stunned?" he asked, frustration evident in his voice. "Is it those ugly tattoos on their foreheads?" Through the binoculars, the 144,000 Israelites moved serenely across the desert, their foreheads glowing faintly. They appeared untouched by the locusts swirling around them, but not touching them. Hogan surveyed the area through narrow eyes. "It doesn't matter," he said firmly. "We finally have them right where we want them. Move out." Like a flood, the militia trucks and media convoys closed in on the Israelites, cornering them against the desert mountains. They ran until they were all trapped. Meanwhile, Tapper's eyes were drawn to his portable temple newsfeed. Moses and Elijah stood at the temple entrance with their hands raised. "You reap what you've sown. Fire for fire," they intoned solemnly. "The fifth trumpet is over. Now we release the sixth of the 7 trumpets. It will last 1 year, a month, a day, and an hour." They pointed in the direction of the desert to the east. Elijah commanded, "And earth, we command you to help our brothers." Just then, a curtain of fire descended from the sky, narrowly missing Moses and Elijah, who withdrew into the temple courtyard. A man appeared in the midst of the flames. Abaddon, a towering man even taller than Titan, dressed in a black imam throb, emerged untouched by the flames, with a no-nonsense facial expression. The feed is cut, the screen blank. Suddenly, a tremor started to shake the ground where Tapper and Hogan stood. Hogan had experienced earthquakes before. This was the beginning. He looked down at his feet, then at the trembling earth. "Get to the chopper now!" And over the radio, "Take care of those rebels, quick!" He and Tapper ran for the helicopter, which was already started and waiting. He yelled for the pilot to get them in the air. They'd barely made it to the chopper, which struggled to rise against the turbulence in the air and the unsteadiness below. Hogan looked through the window as they ascended, watching in horror as the ground near the 144,000 Israelites cracked open, swallowing the flood of approaching militia and reporters. The earth then sealed itself, not touching the Israelites at all. Remarkably, the 144,000 continued their march, their hands raised in unwavering praise. The locusts had disappeared. Anger split through him. "What is this outrage?" he yelled, slamming one fist into the other. "How is this possible? What luck!" In the distance to the east, the Euphrates River belched thick black smoke onto the land, accompanied by fiery flashes. Unlike the locusts, which flew, these creatures were smaller but swarmed in much larger numbers and were land-bound. The smoke spread over the land, darkening the horizon. Hogan's alarm grew as he observed the dark surface advance. Tapper, concerned, said, "Network down." He tapped his earpiece and shook his tablet, like that would make a difference. The pilot nodded, turning slightly in his seat to talk to them. "Yes, nothing coming in or out." "Back to Bet Shemesh. We must warn Titan," Hogan ordered. The helicopter veered sharply. Across the world, chaos and devastation unfolded as the darkness touched down. Streets were littered with dead bodies, with holes burned into their skin. the small firefly-like entities continued their rampage, spewing fire and brimstone from their mouths. Their tails sliced through skin like a hot knife through butter, leaving some people who were not killed severely wounded.